Sometimes things are true. Mostly.
Let's go on an adventure. Hello and welcome to Capricious Conversations. Thank you for joining us on this fine day. We've got back on the show Sarah and my dad, who is our trivia maestro, because it is time for another trivia episode. We are doing today True or Pooh. So can we tell? Last time he got us pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we only
that.
finished with like 1 point.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any.
I remember that.
Or maybe I got one and Sarah
I
got
caught
two.
on.
Yes, I think
But-
Sarah did win.
I got, yeah, but I
Which
think
is
I got,
good.
I was
caught
on the
on.
board,
Yeah,
but
you
it was
did.
terrible.
You caught on. All right. So I'm going to say this today, that all of these questions have a right or wrong answer, but for every single one of them, there is a caveat.
Oh, boy.
What is that?
A caveat is, well, you'll find out.
I don't. Ah. What does a caveat mean?
Interesting.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's jump right into it. Wikipedia is accurate as the Encyclopedia Britannica. Yep. So throughout our academic studies, of course, we've all been to college, where Sarah's in right now. We've had to write papers, and for those papers, we've had to do a lot of research. Right? Everybody's had to do a lot of research. One thing that we're continually cautioned about is not to use Wikipedia.
Right.
Right? In fact, most schools won't even allow you to use it as a source. You can't use Wikipedia as a source. In the best case, you can use Wiki to look up reliable sources. However, a new study by the Harvard School of Education turns that idea on its head. It purports that Wikipedia is 98% as accurate as the Encyclopedia Britannica.
That's intense.
Furthermore, in a 2005 study done by the scientific journal Nature, it was demonstrated that the Encyclopedia Britannica actually had many errors of its own. So what we need to realize is that all encyclopedias, as accurate as they may be, will always have some incorrect information, and Wikipedia is no different. So Wikipedia is as accurate as the encyclopedia. True or poo?
Or, I think maybe the percentages are off. I think I'm going to go with true, because it sounds... I can imagine there being quite some errors in the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh yeah, well, and that's why they revise them every
Right.
year. You know, that's probably what's going on.
Can't catch everything, I suppose.
I'm going to say poo.
All right, Sarah's going with poo. Christine's going with true. The answer is true.
I was gonna go true, but
But here's the caveat.
What's that?
The reason that Wikipedia is not trusted and the reason that you can't use it is
'cause
because
it's very
anyone
rude.
at any time can post inaccurate information.
Right.
So, although it does a great job of looking through that info, and Wiki does a good job of vetting that stuff
Yeah,
out,
really.
it can't catch everything. That's why you still can't use Wikipedia as a source. So,
Okay.
there
But-
you go.
As we have said, as you said, and I will say again, if you are in school, Wiki is
Oh,
a great
yeah.
jumping off place. So
That's right.
check
Go and
out-
find sources.
check
man.
out what they say, click on their sources, and then look up those sources.
Yeah, and
It's a good
do,
way to
do your research.
good way to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the second one. Do not eat organic food ever.
Why?
Well, here's the basic logic. If pesticides are so harmful, then why does non-organic agriculture use them?
Yeah.
Right? Because they use them because they increase crop yield, they save money, and they save energy. Organic food thus has a lower crop yield, which means it takes more land to grow the same amount of food, which means that lots of formerly wild lands and forests are being destroyed to make way for organic food. In addition, you might be surprised to learn that organic farming doesn't mean pesticides free. It still uses tons of pesticides, they just have to be naturally derived. So, some of these are arguably more harmful to the environment than the unnatural chemicals, especially since organic farms, because they're less effective, have to use a lot more of them. To top it off, nothing has ever conclusively shown that organic food is any healthier in any way than conventionally grown food is harmful. True or poo?
I'm gonna say true.
Okay. Sarah's going right off the bat, going with her gut. She's got the
I know that
studious look on her face.
it definitely
True.
costs a lot more. And one of my friends was telling me in Hawaii, if they're gonna switch over from a regular coffee field to an organic coffee field,
Mm-hmm.
they have to like dig up the whole thing, and then it has to lie fallow for like 3 years or something
Right.
like that before they can plant it and have it be officially declared organic. And so like the cost involved in that is just outrageous.
It's phenomenally huge.
And
yeah.
also, well, I know one thing just about organic and non-organic is like organic, you can like plant it and grow it again, whereas the non-organic you can't.
Sometimes, and not all the time, but most of the time
That's all
the
I
case.
know
Yeah.
about it.
That's interesting. I don't know. I think
True or poo?
I really think I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna go with poo.
All right, Christine's going with poo, so we're switching it this time.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is true.
Oh boy.
It's actually absolutely true. Now the caveat is, and every one of these
Caveat.
have a caveat. These kinds of food issues, you really need to look close at them. There's a bunch of local agriculture people that say, well, I only buy local organic food. Okay, well, great. But, if a big company ships 10,000 tomatoes 1,000 miles, the per mile cost of that tomato is very small.
Right.
Whereas, if you have to drive 50 miles to a farmer's market or whatever, your per cost is very high. So it's become a fad, and lots of people have, Whole Foods has built a whole business on this. But there's literally a lot of other things coming into play there, and everybody needs to take an intelligent look at what they're eating and why they're eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then make those.
I think the basic thing here, guys, is let's just eat real food.
Eat real food. Less processed food is good for you. It really is. But that's not to say that GMO food, which is genetically modified food, I mean, GMO food is feeding most of the world right
Yeah.
now. And these companies
There's something
don't
to be
want
said
you
for it.
sick. They want you to buy more of their food.
Right.
So don't just write it off, because do your research. Be a good consumer. All right,
Yes.
Here we go. GE started the myth that sitting too close to the TV is bad for your eyes. All right, here we go. Doubtless you have heard this at some point in your life. Move back from the TV. It's bad for your eyes. Right? Your mom or dad told you that at some
Your
point.
grandma.
Well, okay, this comes from a historical precedent. So if you owned a General Electric TV in the 1960s, specifically in 1967, you could have been bombarded by X-rays. Yeah. General Electric informed the public that many of their color televisions were emitting excessive X-rays due to a factory error.
Yeah, I would say
Right?
that's a pretty big problem.
GE fixed this problem by putting a leaded glass shield around the tubes. However, health officials at the time estimated the amount of radiation being given off by these defective TVs was 10 to 100,000 times higher than what
my
was considered
gosh.
acceptable. They recommended if you owned one of these TVs
Jeez.
not to sit too close, as long as you were more than 3 feet away and didn't watch the TV for more than an hour at a time. You would be okay at that close range. But if you were closer, you could have a problem. Is it true or poo?
Wow.
I'm gonna say true.
I think I'm gonna say true. Yeah.
All right, both of you are jumping right in on that one. It is true. It's absolutely true. General Electric, of course, recalled all those TVs and fixed the problem.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a big
And
deal.
the issue went away. However, the caveat is
It is actually bad for your
with
eyes.
today's electronic devices, because the flickering actually would help your eye relax. The refresh rate on electronic devices is much faster. And they're finding a lot of people, because they're spending so much more time with the electronic ones, it's really causing a problem with their eyesight.
Yeah.
So while it may not have been true with the old cathode ray tubes, now
It
you've
is
really got to
actually
be
true.
careful. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and with your electronic devices, just don't go to sleep with your iPad. It hits you in the head when you
Also
fall
true.
asleep, That is, I'm serious, I've done that.
Well, I've also, books do the same thing if you fall asleep, but I've found books to be softer.
Books are softer, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't need to recharge them.
Also,
there's that.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like we're talking all about travel and why we travel and adventure and things like that. The best thing about adventure is the people, guys. So get off your devices, go find some people to talk
Yeah,
to.
go
and
out
just
to dinner.
Be people with people.
Have you seen this thing where a bunch of people go out to dinner and they put all their cell phones in the middle of the table, and the first one to crack and look at their cell phone has to pay for the entire meal? I think that's
That's a great idea.
All right,
That
that's
is a
good
great
one. All right,
idea.
here's
What
the
if
last
nobody
one.
cracks?
Well, if nobody
They
cracks,
can
everybody
split it.
pays for themselves, Either that or you stay at the restaurant and
Okay.
sleep there all night. Okay, here's the last one. You guys are tied.
Okay.
2 each. All right, the myth of carrots being good for your eyesight was a propaganda invention by the British in World War II.
What?
Yeah, here we go. We've all heard carrots are good for your eyesight. All the circumstantial data seems to line up for this one. Carrots are high in beta-carotene, which has large amounts of vitamin A, which they say is good for eyesight, right? During World War II, it was said that British pilots ate so many carrots that they were almost able to see in the dark. This was really pushed by the British Information Ministry during the nighttime Luftwaffe raids that pounded England during the first part of the war, because English pilots were shooting down Luftwaffe planes left and right. But what really happened was the British had radar, and it was newly invented, and the Germans didn't know about it, and they had to keep it a secret. So what they said is, wow, all pilots, they just eat so many carrots, they're so good at shooting down planes. Well, this was so successful that the carrot consumption rate in Germany after the war for a decade was higher than it was before the war.
Wow.
Because the Germans had so bought into that carrots are so good for your eyesight. That's why the British were able to defeat them.
Wild. That is
True
hilarious.
or poo?
I think I'm gonna say true.
Me too. True.
I heard a story about this one lady. She was like a model or something like that, but she ate like so many carrots a day that she actually started to turn orange. But
Yes.
she ate like 25 to 30 carrots a day.
Or 50 carrots. I think
Yeah,
I meant
like
the
the
same one,
highest
yeah.
was like 50
and she
or
was,
something like
that was
that.
like her nervous motion.
Yeah.
She would just grab a carrot and eat it. But that actually can happen. There is enough carotene that it can turn your skin orange if you
I'm
eat
like,
excessive carrots.
who the heck could eat 25 carrots in a day? That's
Right?
outrageous.
Well, the answer is
Must have been paid a fortune.
true. It is true.
I'll be
That story is
tied.
absolutely
I'll
true.
be
But the caveat
tied.
is carrots haven't been shown really to improve your eyesight. They have vitamin
Apparently
A
they
in
can
them.
turn you yellow.
They can turn you orange, but they can't make you see in the dark.
Although that was like a wild story, very cleverly concocted, I must say.
Right?
by
Well
British
done by the British military.
And
So-
you know that there was like all these kids who were like, hot dog, man, I'm
Woohoo!
gonna get Mom, get
I'm gonna be a
carrots.
superhero.
Yeah.
So there you go, 3-3. You guys tied.
All right, so we're gonna.
Wow, I'm losing my
tied.
grip.
We're gonna be sharing a prize coming up here. Check it out on our Instagram. It's gonna be a special secret surprise.
That's right. What that means
check
is she
it
didn't
out.
prepare it ahead of
Secret.
time. That's what it
That
means,
is
yeah.
accurate. But we're gonna come up with something. We're gonna come up with something really good. Don't you worry. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and thank you for sharing this video with all your friends. Let's go on an adventure.